Hello, fellow spellers, folks, and freaks, and welcome to Isabel's Aquarium. This is episode 1. Welcome back, by the way. Today, you're in store for some bullshit. Pathfinder 1st Edition. You might not know what it is, but it sucks. Don't play it. First edition part specifically sucks. I hate that part. Second edition, awesome, great. I love it's silly. This one's silly, though. It's got some bullshit in it. Talk about throwing weapons. See this? This works pretty well, right? You throw it at their head and they get killed and they die. Now, there's some potential problems with this. Number 1, they don't die. You just threw away your weapon, you're fucked. Alternatively, you do successfully hit them, but there's more than one. You threw away your weapon, you're fucked. Now, how do you solve this problem? Get a fuck ton of weapons! Just get more of them! Unfortunately, this costs $10 billion to do. Only one of them ever can be good because of how upgrading stuff works, and it's extremely expensive. So you gotta resort to magic. That's the only way. That's the only thing you can do. Here are your two options, unless you're using a belt, which is probably the worst fucking option for your build, unless you're stupid and an idiot. So, called weapons and returning weapons. Here's returning weapons. It returns to the thrower just before their next turn, so you're able to use it again. Okay, what this means is you throw the weapon, and it stays there lying on the ground until your next turn. So until your next turn, you're completely unarmed and defenseless. And if you ever move a single time, you no longer have a weapon. Ever. It just doesn't come back. It just lies where you were instead of coming back to you. Which is stupid, and it sucks, and I hate it. Also, price plus 1 bonus. You might not know what that means. That means it costs about 6,000 at minimum scales. This scales depending on how good the weapon is. And it makes every other upgrade cost even more. So that's a pretty hefty price to put on something that sucks. Called weapons. These ones are more interesting and are silly and fun, and I like them a little. Plus 1 is still heinous, and I hate it. But swift action, what's that? You get 1 per turn, and you get to say, hey, weapon, come back, and it flies back to your hand. And guess what? It works even if someone else steals your weapon. So unlike with these ones, where someone could theoretically just pick it up and you no longer have a weapon ever again, that doesn't work anymore. Max range 100 feet, though. You gotta be pretty dang close range. Unfortunately. Also, this, despite technically being slightly better than than returning, not that much better, I think. Just because swift action, you could use that for other stuff. And similarly, it does not scale at all, meaning once you hit level 5, it's once again, you're fucked. Because you get a second attack around then. Ow! Once again, you just threw your weapon away. What are you gonna do? Call it back? Okay, I throw the weapon a second time. Now you have no weapon anymore. And next turn you can only attack once because you gotta spend your swift action to get it back to start with. And now you're in basically the same situation as with a returning weapon. But you could combine the two, and then it scales slightly better, and then now you're only fucked at 6th level! So these suck. All of this sucks. Who the fuck would ever use this shit? It's awful. I hate it. I hate it. A man sits alone in a room. His keep, his arena, surrounded by weapons on all sides. Arms emaciated, barely able to hold a thing. He sits on his throne. A challenger approaches and enters the room. You stupid old thing, call yourself the Blade Master? I'll slay you like the little fool you are. Your arms are so whippy, you, but you can't even pick up a sword. Silence, fool. Stop, fight me. Stomps on the ground, hits a pressure plate. Behind them, the door closes, slamming shut, covered in weapons. Every single wall of this place is coated with them. calls the weapon. Flies off the wall, hits the fucking guy, kills him. He's dead now. Just kidding, he's not. Can't even hold the weapon, by the way. He's weak as shit. Drops on the ground. Guess what? Returning weapon 2 flies back. He stands back up right in the middle of the fucking... Dead now. Dead. But none of this works by the rules of the game. By the way. The rules say none of this shit I just said works, but I'm lying. I'm lying to you right now.